I'll show you what it looks like on the website. I hope that wasn't too loud.
Swinging on and happy, hippie, yeah. Hippie, yeah.
What's up YouTube, welcome back to Wacto Esig. Today I have an accessory review for you, and it's for stabilized wood replacement doors for the Sigelei 75w mod. Now, I want to explain the price a bit because that's going to confuse a good amount of people. These doors actually cost more than the mod itself. Now, I can understand why you might think it's ridiculous to spend more money on an accessory to a mod than the mod itself and all the internals themselves, but if you relate it to other stabilized wood mods, right? If you try and find a mod that's made out of stabilized wood, or at least has a lot of it in it or on it, you're looking in the very high end range of mods. They're made by single modders, small teams, and they cost upwards of 300 US, right? So these cost me 75 US dollars, and you could probably find the mod for around 50 bucks right now. So yes, they do cost more, but in the grand scheme of things, if you want a stabilized wood mod, if you get these doors, you're paying a lot less than you would for pretty much anything else on the market right now. So now that's out of the way, let's go down and look at these doors up close. Alright, so this is what the doors look like up close. There's no kind of coating on here. Well, obviously there's this stabilized coating, but it's there's no shine to it. So I actually really like that because you can feel the grain on it, you can actually see the grain, and it makes it like a very high quality wood, which it is. This is a maple burr, I believe. So yeah, it looks really nice. In the right light, it shines, which is nice. But here's the problem that I had when I first got it. So there's notches all around it that fit onto the notches on here, and they just clip into place, and then the magnets hold it there. But one of these notches wasn't dremeled out enough, or cut out, however they do it. It wasn't deep enough, so when I put it onto the mod, it wouldn't stick and it wouldn't close, and there was a gap. And even now, sometimes when I put it on, it can kind of misalign, but that's just misalignment, and you can snap it into place very easily. But what I did after contacting the guy, he just told me to keep pressing it and squeezing it, and it's not going to break. Eventually it will just snap on, and that worked for one of them, but the other one just wasn't cutting it, and I measured it. Turned out it was too short of a cut on the notches, so I actually carved it out with a knife, and since it's all wood, you can't really see that there's any damage, I guess, to it. And yeah, it worked out really nice, so it just sits on there. Obviously this is just the Sigelei mod. Love that screen. It's a really nice mod, and now it just looks 100,000 billion times better, I think. And yeah, very good quality. Stuff like that, that's the grain of the wood. It's not a crack or anything. You can see, however, if I focus on here, I dropped this and it took a serious fall, and just right there you can see there's a little chip out of it. You can't see it with the naked eye for the most part, but yeah, that kind of thing. It is wood, it can break, but for the most part it does break clean. If it does break, then you can super glue it if it really makes that big of a difference, or if you like crack it in half or something like that. So yeah, that's what it looks like. Right there, the lighting is very nice, so it looks amazing. But we will go back out and we will talk a bit more about it. So the only problem that I've had with these doors since getting them is when I first got them, one of the doors did not fit. I tried everything I could. I messaged the guy on Instagram. I said, what's going on? This is not fitting. He said, it'll fit eventually. You really have to squeeze it into place. It's not going to break. So no matter what I did, I just squeezed and squeezed, and it would not go on. Eventually, I just sanded down one of the parts that clips in. I mentioned this up close, but eventually it snapped into place, and once it does, there's no gap. It's sitting perfectly on there, and it looks amazing. Besides from that, I haven't had any problems. I mean, when I dropped it one time, and it was a serious drop, only a slight chip came out of it. And if something like that does happen and you care that much, you can just super glue it back on, and it cuts clean for the most part, right? So you're not really gonna notice it. I don't know, it's certain things like that that are completely up to you, but to me they don't make that much of a difference. Now, what does make a difference, and I can see it making a huge difference for a lot of people, and I know it does in the high end kind of game of vaping and mods. When you go on a website that is selling stabilized wood or stabilized wood mods, they have the pictures for the mods taken in the best conditions possible, right? So that the mod looks its best. That's all due to the lighting that they take the pictures with. When it comes to you and you're using it every day, whatever, the lighting is not always perfect. It's actually hardly ever perfect. So for the most part, it looks different. Now, that's kind of a moral thing on the modder. If they want to show it in different lightings, a lot of the time you can message the person and hopefully they will send you different pictures of different lighting to see how it will really look in person. But I'll show you what it looks like on the website. I'll show you a picture that I took, and this is what it looks like in person. So yeah, I mean, it's different, it's not perfect, but at the end of the day it looks a hell of a lot better than the regular metal doors that came with the Sigelei. So if you're interested in these doors, they're doing one last batch, and they have a black one on sale right now. I'm pretty sure it's still in stock, but it looks incredible. If I didn't buy these and I had an extra 100 Canadian whatever lying around, 100% I would buy that up because they look amazing. But yeah, if you want them, the link will be in the description below. If you have these doors already, which I'm not sure a lot of people do, but I think an okay set have, leave a comment below, let people know what you think about them. If you agreed with this review, let other people know as well, because we're all a community and I want people to know the right things before they buy the mod. So yeah, that's about it. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you again soon.